Good day, good love, and good light illuminators and way showers and beautiful guardians of Gaia. Thank you so much for joining me, Wendy, Wolfe, bringing to you once again the languages of lights. And today, my cup of inspiration, if you will, is sparks of synchronicity. And the sparks of synchronicity that we experience are what sparks us into remembering we're on this divinely guided path. And so I thank you all today for sharing in my synchronicities just by being here today and welcoming the elements, the earth, the air, the fire, the water, the ether. Ether is love. We're all made from all the same fabric of love. And my first synchronicity today, and this was for me to begin with, was the idea of magicians, and that we really are all here experiencing making magic here on earth. Because truly, as creator beings, it is truly magical that we can think something and then physically create the manifestation of that thought. And so I was thinking, I was remembering Bashar and him saying to us how we are, because we create reality with our imagination, we truly are a nation of imaginers and a magi nation. We are a nation of magis. A nation meaning the human collective consciousness are completely capable of magic. So I was guided to my Earth Magic Oracle cards today by Stephen D. Farmer. And I was also given a sacred symbol today that represents today that they were showing me that of earth magic, that we are the earth magicians, and we are a continuous flow from the very center of us, constantly sending out our thoughts and our frequency, even when we're not thinking. We're always sending out a frequency, a beacon, a radio signal telling the universe, the multiverse, our interdimensional friends and family, who we are and where we are. So this symbol I was given this morning to show us that we are earth magicians, and that there are breaks, they told me, in the circle on purpose, so that the energy information continues to flow in and out of that circle within us. And yet everything we think exists. Everything. We cannot imagine anything we're not the vibration of. Nothing at all. And that includes timelines, connections with each other. As we resonate and find each other, we feel this connection to all that is, understanding that we really are not separate. And I had lots of questions from my own guides today, as I did through my meditations. And I ate some scrumptious fruit today. I've just been eating the most amazing fruit. And so I just felt so beautiful and energized. And I had questions from my guide today, and I don't even need to read to you the message in this, because this one was really for me, but I wanted to share my synchronicity with you in that I got the Wolfe card, Instinct. And once again, as we talked yesterday about following our instincts, right, and our intuitions, this message was for me. many questions that have been rolling around with me and my guides and my spirit guides. So I thank you all today for joining me and bringing our own vibrations together in this alchemy of energy and love and light. And we are grateful to our elementals for being with us today, our spirit guides, our ancestors. Nisatoshni ilakatigera sono ilakoshno sopolokoshe atiniki kiluni sableshe ilakone ilakashno plosoni ilakala alomboshnasa hilandesiniki ilakotosopushawa viantasa. And so as I was shuffling the Earth Magic deck and I was blessing them and clearing them, I was also guided to, I was still floating in this kind of purple and green energy from yesterday. And I was thinking about my connections to the elements and the elementals and the fairies and the elves and the earth angels. And I was guided then to my medicine bag to pull out once again to remind us that, and it almost reminded me actually of the symbol too that they gave me, in that we are here, you guys, to lift the earth into this ascension. This is us. This is us. And I was getting this message once again so deeply about the full moon and the coming eclipse and the energies of the sun and what's been happening and this connection to us and the sun and the moon. And I'm seeing this triangle with us with that. So it was very synchronistic, all of this today for me as well. And so as I was shuffling the cards, the fairies card came up, Earth Magic. And so I was like, okay, the synchronicities, oh, it's blurry, isn't it? The synchronicities don't get any better than that, right? So I'm hearing this morning Earth Magicians and imagination and how we are truly, they're saying to me magic incarnate. And so I just almost couldn't believe it. And then just the fairy energy, and my sister and I, when we were little, we've always believed that we could talk to the fairies, and I've always believed that I could talk to nature and the trees and the animals and the fairies and the elves. So we both have fairy doors. She bought me a fairy door. So all of this was so synchronistic for me today. And I just love how she's just receiving this light from source energy and standing on this beautiful flower, just feeling and receiving and sending the magic. And as I was shuffling, this one card kept appearing, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to shuffle it again. And so it had kind of shown itself twice. And I said, well, I'm going to shuffle it again. And if the card pops up, well, then I'll know that was the card. And I am not kidding you guys. I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, all right, 1, 2, 3. So the third time I see the same card, I could not believe it. The summer solstice. And now, we just did a Yoran chakra energy activation a couple of days ago, and the summer solstice radiance, and this us radiating our energy, bringing the earth, helping the earth ascend, and all these coming planetary alignments. It was like it all just rushing in. So once again, I really hadn't intended to go this direction. I had originally only planned to pull one card, and so, but I love how our guides speak to us. So I know that there was someone out here who needs to hear these, and I'm going to take a quick drink of H2O. And remember always to bless your water and intend anything you desire as you drink it. And water truly is magic, isn't it? And again, I will reiterate that I'm guided to different color glasses because there is an alchemy that happens within the different colors of glass. And as a shaman and if you want to call it alchemist, I've been receiving this information for many years, and now I know for sure that it changes everything, as does our intention. So today we will see what our this beautiful deck. I absolutely love this Earth Magic deck. So what magic do our guides have to share with us today in these beautiful sparks of synchronicity? Earth magic. Fairies are nature spirits thought to be descendant from early tribes. And I'm just laughing because I was also receiving the message today about being a nature spirit. Fairies are nature spirits thought to be descended from the early tribes, particularly the Tuatha De Danann, those associated with the goddess Dana, who once ruled Ireland. And just that green energy of Ireland, and the idea of the heart chakra and connecting to nature. I associate Ireland with green and era and love and lush. And I've had more than one lifetime, I know myself, in Ireland. Even though I live in the United States here, I know I've lived multiple timelines and lifetimes there. Who once ruled those who associated with the goddess Dana, who once ruled Ireland, that inhabited the British Isles. Over time, these ancient people were conquered and displaced, and they fled to areas where humans didn't venture, ultimately becoming increasingly smaller and less visible in order to better hide themselves. Fairies have assumed responsibility for the plants and the trees, or standing ones. And I've often been guided by the trees themselves, that they have actually said to me that they have, and I've never read this before, in this book before, that they have said to me that they are called the standing ones. So this is very, very synchronistic for me. Wow. They work with earth magic to take care of these beings. And if you ask, they'll help you with your garden or yard. And I've always asked my fairies for help in my gardening. They also have the power of enchantment and shape-shifting. And I, too, have always believed I was a shapeshifter, a fairy shapeshifter. Fairies appreciate it when we show them, through our actions, that we love the earth as much as they do. And consequently, they bestow a little of their earth magic upon us. You have the same power available as the fairies do. It starts with loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, but more important, through your actions. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and plant life around you and demonstrate your care. Whether you live in a small space or have an expanse of land, make it a point to be especially attending to your surrounding vegetation. And I send gratitude to my surroundings every single morning when I wake up. I have my coffee with nature. And my purple cup today was coffee and cocoa and cinnamon stick. Plant something. Get your hands in the dirt and do so with love and enthusiasm. Every flower, tree, or shrub you are tending is a living being. Oh, the bees came to say hi. So treat each like you would a dear friend. And that's what I do. Ask the fairies to help you take care of these friends, and you will be rewarded many times over. And that's also very synchronistic for the next video that I haven't yet posted. So I love it. And summer solstice. Oh, I just saw another synchronicity for me. I just love that when that happens. Sparks of synchronicity. I just love it. Summer solstice. Radiance. Radiance. And it's summertime here in the northern hemisphere. We're right smack in the middle of the beautiful hot summer as we begin to approach fall. And we're just radiating in the beauty and the bounty of summer, and the beauty of the colors and the scents and the smells and the beautiful foods that we're harvesting. We are all radiant in the summer light and in the sunshine. The word solstice originates from the Latin word solstitium, which means stationary or stopped. Stiti is stopped, sun is sol. This is because twice during the solar year the sun appears to rise and set in the same place for several days. It seems to be taking a much-needed rest before making the next circuit across the sky from one solstice to the next. Its ceaseless, predictable certainty having existed since before the time of our ancestors. There are stories in many cultures that personify the sun as a deity, either male or female, often riding the sun across the sky in a boat or chariot. With the summer solstice comes the culmination of the sun's travels that have led to the longest days of the year. The light is now at its fullest and has provided its own brand of nourishment to the land and all its inhabitants. Celebrations and ceremonies abound. Passion and playfulness are themes. We feel an innate desire to be outdoors in the natural world and reap the benefits of the longest day of the year. We instinctively seek the light, and during this cycle there is an abundance of it. And every day, I am so grateful, and I reap the abundance of the light of the sun in the summer, loving absolutely every moment of it, no matter the temperature. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful breeze blowing today. It's about 93 degrees, about 33 Celsius. So it's just this beautiful combination of perfect. Let the radiance of the sun inspire your inner radiance to shine forth. And that was the message today. This is the time, you guys, to lift the earth. It's time, and even look at the orange sparks around here, the sparks of synchronicity. And the courage, you guys, to raise your vibration and change the way, let your radiant self glow. Stop using the old reasons and excuses not to glow and be radiant. Release your concerns about what may happen in the future, because everything is now. And focus on appreciating everything you have that is good and right. Allow Father Sun to take away your worries and cares, or Mother Sun. Do something physically active to stimulate your inner light. And I do something physically active every single day without fail, even if it's just for a few minutes, but I do it as long as I possibly can. Dance, sing, but most important, get outdoors. And that is why from the very beginning, the emissaries of the Light Collective have told me, have guided me, asked me to please do my videos outside as often as possible. And from the very beginning, and it was the middle of January that I began the outside, literally the light codes of the outside activate us. Allow yourselves to be activated by the earth magic, by the radiance of the sun. Allow the fairies to show you the magic of the earth and to invite you into your planting. And anybody who says they don't have a green thumb, it's because you say you don't have a green thumb. Ask them to activate your green thumb. Do not let any negative thoughts or habits stop you. When you are in love with life, you are naturally radiant. You naturally radiate that love. During this part of your cycle, your capacity to love is greatly amplified. In one of those supreme ironies of life, the more love you give, the more returns to you. It starts by allowing the radiant being you truly are to be expressed to the world. Smile a little more. Notice the beauty of nature. Actually notice it. When you go outside, no matter what you're doing or when you're doing it, even if you're taking out the trash, take a moment to thank your guides. Take a moment to thank the fairies, the trees, the air, the very earth you stand upon, the people who carry away your trash, the air, the sky, the clouds, the sun, the moon, all of it. Take a moment every time you're outside to be grateful. It only takes a breath to be grateful. It only takes a moment. Yet the rewards you will reap are magnified by the billions. It is truly the key to your true nature. See the humor in the paradoxes of life. Show your love, especially to those with whom you are closest. Then smile even more and watch how the world around you lights up. And watch how the fairies show themselves to you. Watch how the world and the people magnetize to you. See, like the light. The fairies dance in the light. The butterflies dance in the sun. The moths dance to the light. All the insects flock to the light in the night. There's wisdom found in the night, and there's wisdom found in the sun, in the moonlight, and in these phases and cycles, these eclipses, these moon rises and moon falls, these full moons and new moons. They're all here as sparks of synchronicity. The sparks, see the sparks? Everything is connected to everything. Allow the sparks of synchronicity to remind you that you are a magician. We are all earth magicians. We are earth magic. And just by using our imagination, we can create beyond what we think is truly, truly possible. By believing we are magic, because understand, not a single thing you have ever created, ever, has not been by a spark of thought first. Everything began was as a spark of light, a spark of thought, an idea, part of your imagination. So your imagination is your higher self, showing you the other realms, the other dimensions. It's showing you how to shine your light. Alukoni sata suni evolushoni o kwa malia satoshi o polea sanahi la nianuasa so mia walenti shawa alo pasiato zimi alo nia sharia lokuya pontiashno elantia sali la moa le ia walende awa nuya waka tometoshna se wari tialakano amposhani elanti elandushno Setushniwa lahu lapu ala session na yamane no ashalo yamadaki la itaki indui wala indishruwa lo so mito sipila alo konteshna olo koyapa unuromba keshinasi leti landira sanikila to alo mampoanda shna satakalendara elati landa. Apushna satagia valangia satoshi blenda sasa lahi wala sona. Miantonianda sunu roshna iwaki atasiana iwasatosumiki alako. You came here for no other reason to create magic. You came here for no other reason to use your imagination and prove to yourself once and for all that you are conscious creator beings. That what you imagine is simply the floor. If you only allow your imagination to put forth that which you desire and stop putting an expectation on how and when you receive it, in what form abundance comes to you, for your imagination is simply the floor, the bottom, the beginning to what your higher self has created with you, what your ancestors are creating with you, what your spirit guides, the angels, Inouya Satoshiwa, Source, the Elohim, Imasatishawa, the Yahyel, all the Atoshima Ila, Iwahalu Kosana, all the energies from the beginning. You are a part of, you carry with you, you radiate with you. You are an earth angel. If you only understood that everything you saw, you created, everything you put on your grocery list, you create by putting in your cart, everything you build, everything you desire, when you buy a house, when you get a job, when you create children, everything you do begins with a spark of your imagination, something you desire. But allow these creations to evolve. Allow them to fall away when they no longer serve you. For you must eliminate that which no longer serves you in order to allow the holes, allow the new energy to seep in and seep out. Allow the energy to flow. You mustn't hold anything. For you change moment by moment by moment your frequency. As you raise your frequency, what you desire and what you require shifts and changes and evolves. Allow the expectations to fall away, to allow this energy to flow. You are truly the magicians that came to Earth to raise it to its higher frequency, its higher density. Less work, more play. Allow summer to show you how to radiate. And for those in the winter, in the southern hemisphere, bring that energy into your winter and allow it to warm you and allow it to stir the imagination and create. You are all summer and you are all winter within yourselves. These are all symbols for you. to activate your radiance and your connection to the earth spirits, and to understand fully and finally that you are and always will exist, that you are and always have been and always will be the imaginations of Source. For you are literally the imaginations of Source, of God, of the One, of all that is. For you literally are all that is experiencing itself as all that is. In timeline and after timeline, in dimension after dimension, in realm after realm, you exist. You exist everywhere, in every when, in every time, in every way. And you have been, and can be, and will be, and experience everything. Absolutely everything. Miasatoshima itakaliantorsimi ila konisha irunko yasaniki. I love you, beautiful earth magicians. I love you. Mahalo.